Yo, what's up? My name is Eruma and welcome to my room tour. The vibe of my room that I really want to go with is very cozy, very, not eclectic almost. That's a little too far in the direction that I kind of want to go to, but I definitely want to go maximalist, and I do like to hold items that are of sentimental value, so there's going to be some stuff that is sprinkled around. It's not exactly maximalist because I don't have enough stuff to make it maximalist, so that's why it's imperfect. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start the tour. To start us off with probably the best item in my room, the Creeper mini fridge. It's not actually in use right now. I don't have any more beverages I could toss into the fridge, but fortunately it does have little lights. I don't know if you can see that right now, but I'll probably pop in a little video right here that shows you it in the nighttime where you can see the lights. And it just adds some great ambience in the room. A little lore drop for those who don't know, I actually grew up wanting to be a Minecraft YouTuber. My very start on making videos on the internet was Minecraft videos, and that's where I gained my spark on creating content and stuff like that. So this is a very, very, very personal gift to me. I was actually given this for my 18th birthday, and it meant a lot to me. Shout out to the people who bought it for me. You know who you are. So right behind this Creeper fridge, I actually have a shelf right here that contains some books that I have bought over the last few years. I only recently got back into reading books because of my ex. Beyond that, books are pretty awesome. I got back into the Percy Jackson series that I apparently loved growing up and entirely forgot about for some reason, but I love Percy Jackson. Such a good series. Also have some card games. I have some other stuff on the bottom parts that are kind of just used for storage for the most part. On top of the shelf, I have some candles that I no longer use, but it's okay. I mostly use incense now, which love that so much more. It's honestly, the vibe of the incense is so much better. This top shelf I haven't really fully decorated it, so it's all over the place. Here is useless goose that I found at Goodwill, who unfortunately broke. The only use for goose was to look cool, and unfortunately goose fell. So now we have broken useless goose. Goose will be fine. Goose is still a relatively okay decorative piece. Next we have this little tree of fairy lights that I bought for a Christmas decoration thing 2-ish years ago. I just left it up ever since. I think the fairy light vibe is so cute, so I just kind of left it up. And then right behind the fairy light tree, I have my fan that I use to go to sleep because I run very hot-blooded whenever I live. So I need a fan to go, no matter how warm. I love the blankets. I love warm blankets and a cold room. That's the vibe I love, and this helps me with that. And right behind my fan is this little mushroom lamp thingy that I got from Target. I'm thinking of replacing it because it's a little too orange for my liking. It provides a great vibe, but for videos, it doesn't really work too well, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to say bye-bye. But I've had this for the last 2 years. It's worked. It's not the bestest lamp I've ever had, but it works, and that's all I could really ask for. And it's being elevated by some other books that I have. I have this poetry book, Poetry by Women. How very performative of me. I have this zine designed by some of my friends who are very, very talented. It's just kind of cool to look through. There's some awesome photos, there's some really cool, just overall a lot of art, and it's my first ever zine that I've ever gotten, so I'm actually really excited to pick up more zines and maybe design my own because, I don't know, zines are really freaking awesome. I have Atomic Habits, of course. I'm a male, I have to have Atomic Habits. Coffee Atlas of the World I was gifted for Christmas. Shout out Mac. These last two, I have Uniqlo's Lifewear. It's free. You can get free Uniqlo magazine, and it's pretty cool to look through, you know, design inspo and whatever, just be able to see really whatever. I like looking through magazines. I do want to buy more magazines. I'm just too broke, which is going to be a common recurring theme you'll see throughout this video. I want to do things, but I'm too broke. Last but not least, I have this Popeye magazine from Japan that I bought from not Daiso. Was it Book Off? No, not Book Off. Not Mitsuo. Why am I forgetting the store? Maybe I'll remind you guys in post. But yeah, this is an interior design book because I really want to get into interior design a lot more. I definitely want to start collecting more books, and especially magazines and zines, as they're a little lot more art focused, and I want to support independent creators with their zines. So here we have my bed. Whoa, okay. Honestly, the vibe of the bed is to be cozy and to be a place I want to sleep in, because if you don't want to sleep in your bed, then what's the point of a bed? This green duvet cover is from IKEA, and I don't know where we got this fur blanket from, but I have a body pillow because I need to hug something at night because I'm lonely. I also have some plushies that kind of just bring a vibe to the room. I wish I had more, but I'm too broke. Yeah, honestly, there's not much to talk about this bed other than the fact that we were actually gifted this, I think it's full size, it's a full size, yeah, we were gifted this full size mattress, and the bed frame that's supposed to go along with it, we haven't picked it up yet. I'm just sleeping on the ground. Honestly, it's a vibe. I do mess with the ground floor sleeping experience, but I do miss having a bed frame so I could toss stuff under the bed. Hopefully, next room update, I'll have a bed for you guys. Up next, we have arguably the best part of my room, which is my poster wall, which sits right above my bed. It's the most visually interesting part of the room, as there's a lot more vertical height. It's the least barren of walls. This is what I mean when I'm trying to say, like, I'm trying to go in a more maximalist direction with the room and vibe overall. I want to get more posters. I want to get more little knickknacks. I want to eventually get frames and frame some of these. I'm inspired by Eric Wang, Lin Chuang, like a whole bunch of these other content creators that have pretty cool rooms and pretty cool vibes. I'm more leaning towards the Lin Chuang vibe with the whole maximalist academia vibe. I like the color palettes. I'm trying to step away from my minimalist era, so these posters are a reflection of who I am. I love Hadestown the musical. I love musical theater overall, but Hadestown's my favorite musical. I'm a basic bitch. Shut the fuck up. Probably one of my favorite posters that I found, and unfortunately accidentally folded, and so there's crease marks on it, and it makes me sad. It's still pretty sick. I love this poster. Photography is truth and cinema is truth 24 times a second. I am a filmmaker and photographer, so that's my background and why I love this poster a lot. Beyond just the posters, I actually have this pendant lamp right here from IKEA. I think it's like 10 to 15 bucks on IKEA for both the lampshade and the wire to use to hang off the ceiling. I love this lampshade. It really does provide the vertical height, visual interest that I'm looking for, which I don't have a lot of in the rest of this room, so this is probably arguably the most interesting part of the room. But one day, it won't be. So, and behind me I have these posters that I designed as design practice for when I was going to school last year for graphic design, and then I dropped out. I'm thinking of taking these down. These were done on, like, I printed these on like cheap printer paper. Overall, I want to replace this part of the room with something else, but as of right now, and as you know, I am too broke and I can't afford to do that. And now we're going to be getting to the second most interesting part of this room, which is my desk. I spend a lot of time here, whether it be just for work or just to play video games, and overall I just spend a lot of time here, and my desk is probably the most expensive part of my room as well. I carry a lot of expensive stuff here. One day I definitely want to switch this tabletop with a wooden tabletop, or maybe even a standing desk. I sit way too much throughout the day. I'd honestly love to start standing while I'm working, but I can't because I'm too broke. One day I'll have a standing desk to hopefully better my posture and stuff like that. As of right now, I have the IKEA, not Linman, I have one of the IKEA tables. I forgot which one it is. And I also have the IKEA Alex drawers that I use for storage under my desk. It's pretty messy. There's no organization to it at all. Pretty useful stuff. This is a brand new addition to my room. It is my smaller IKEA pegboard. I decided to move all my stuff from my old pegboard to this pegboard because I mostly need it for here anyways, and my old pegboard will be used for more utility stuff slash if I need to go outside. On this pegboard lives all my blue light filter glasses. Unfortunately, I don't need glasses to see. So if you need glasses to see, L. Since I tend to stay up late either playing games or working, I wear blue light glasses so I don't really kill my eyes too badly. I also have my Sony WH-1000 XM4s. Live on these. These are my daily go-to daily driver headphones. I said daily twice. Yeah, I use these a lot whenever I'm just out and about, if I'm going to Target, doing whatever. I even put stickers on it, and it's really cute, and I love it a lot, and it's one of my favorite headphones ever. I've been through a ton of pairs of headphones. Growing up, I used to be known as the nerd who would shit on headphones because I was pretentious as hell. Beside my glasses, I actually have some media passes that I have been given for concerts that I go ahead and photograph or film for a lot of my friends and just other really cool artists. And these are a lot of media passes that I get to keep home because some people like to take them back, and I hate that because I love collecting media passes. It's really cool. I also have this tray right here. I don't know what I'm using it for, to be honest. It's just there. I probably might change the use of it sometime in the near future, but as of right now, it's more just like a decorative piece. And then I also have a pencil box right on top that's used for like digital pencils and also real pencils. I'm not utilizing these two as much as I wish I would, but that's fine. To finish it all up, I have some pins that I have for when I worked at summer camp a few years ago. I worked at summer camp as a videographer. And last but not least, I have this CD from my friend Brian. I actually photographed this photo. He made a limited run of CDs that he's selling, and there's still some in stock, so if you want to go support my boy Brian, go buy the CD. And if you don't want to buy a CD, just go stream his album, All the Words I Could Have Said. I shot the cover art, and I did a lot of the visualizers for most of the songs. I also made a music video for it, which is called Epistaxis. Link in the description below. It's my first time directing a music video with an actual crew, and yeah, that video that shoot was a bit of chaos. But please stream All the Words I Could Have Said, or buy the CD, or do both. Ryan, if you're watching this, fuck you. On my desk, I'm running a triple monitor setup as I do stream sometimes, and having 3 monitors is quite useful. Honestly, my brain runs a little slow, so I need to have multiple windows to do anything. Great for streaming, great for just overall editing and whatnot, even though I don't do much editing on my PC anymore. But and then right under my main monitor, I have these 2 monitors, which is confusing. I have these 2 speakers. They're called studio monitors, but I have these 2 speakers. These are these are the Kanto YU2s. They work quite well, but you do need a subwoofer for it to actually sound any good. But with the subwoofer, it sounds freaking awesome. Yeah, speaking of subwoofer, right under here I actually have my 12-inch subwoofer that I got for $40 on Facebook Marketplace, which is insane. 12-inch subwoofer for these 2-inch drivers does not make sense. Like, this is not how you're supposed to be running a speaker setup at home, but it was the cheapest subwoofer I could find, and it's valued at like $600, so I was like, I might as well buy the $600 subwoofer for $40. Like, that's a steal. The subwoofer is the Paradigm PDR12, which works really good. Like, the bass is kind of nuts. Right in between those two, I actually have this Stream Deck Plus, or I think yeah, Stream Deck Plus. As I said, I stream sometimes. I've tried to stream more. But other than that, it's pretty useful for when I want to just separate audio and also be able to just control audio relatively quickly. I got this on Facebook Marketplace for like $70. I love Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is the GOAT. So right over here, I have my Audience Evo 4 interface that I use to connect my microphone and my headphones, also my speakers. It works. It's not my favorite interface. I wish I got in a different one, but I do like the spinny wheel interface. Is quite fun to play around with, and it's quite satisfying, the clicky clicks. And then right on it, I have this Smisky that I was gifted on tour. And then right beside that, I have like a whole bunch of just little knickknacks of just like cute little plushies and other various stuff that I was gifted on tour, and other stuff that I just have at home. And then right beside that, I have this Nintendo Switch that I hardly use, but I try to use it as much as I can because I have some fun games on the Switch. Yeah, I sometimes use it on my main monitor, not as much as I probably should, but I have it and I do play video games on it sometimes. Moving on to the left side of the desk. Well, I have this little area right over here that I kind of need to grab stuff quickly and go. This is where I keep my little incense holder to make my room smell good and overall just curate a bit of a vibe. It's nice to work in a setting that it just smells nice. Right here lives my medium format camera that I actually just bought a lens for, so I can't wait to start using it in future projects. Basically what a medium format camera is, it's just a larger format of your classic 35mm film cameras that you typically see people shoot with. I was gifted this by my uncle for helping him out clean out his old house. Over here lives my old camera. I leave it out just for decorative purposes to kind of just fill in the space and whatnot. I have my little fish catch-all that I bought from Goodwill because it was cute and I wanted it, and it's great for leaving all my jewelry there and other various pieces that I kind of just want to leave around it. And honestly, I love the silliness, I love the goofiness and vibe that it curates, and it also fits the wood aesthetic that I have. So, and then right behind that, I have my Polaroid camera that I don't really use too often anymore. It's just unpractical and it doesn't have a flash, so it's quite dark, and I don't really use Polaroids too often. As a photographer, I have to have the Lego camera. It's quite cute. It is adorable and I love having it around. To finish off this little area, I have this lamp right here that it just helps light up and curate a little vibe in my room because we don't like to use the big light. Right on top of the lamp, I have this little desk plant, this fake plant I use to cover up wires and just overall add some greenery to my room because I don't have enough of that actually. I need to get some real plants in the future. We are nearing the end of this tour. I have just about 2 parts left of this room that I get to show you guys. So right behind this guitar that is old and not very great to play with because it's old and very cheap, I have some art pieces of coffee that I was gifted. I'm also just using it to hide a whole bunch of cables and wires that I have behind this poster. It helps actually fill the lower part of this part of the room. And then right behind me, I leave all my bags because I am a quite functional person and I need to be able to grab my bags just like that and be able to just leave. I like being able to have stuff that is right there and allow me to use, just grab it, put stuff in and just leave because why waste time? This pegboard that is yet to be fully filled out yet, I'm still trying to figure out like what I want to put on the board. But as of right now, I have this art piece that my friends and I made last year, I believe. We drew names from a hat and then we basically just painted a little thing for each other just for funsies. This is what my friend came up with. Came up with a purple Audi R8, I believe, with a gold YouTube play button, my camera, and a yacht in the back in the beach in Hawaii, I think is what it was. But yeah, hopefully I get that gold play button one day. Manifesting for it. Right here I carry a few of my favorite incenses that I use more often than the other ones that I have. I do plan on buying more. I have my scissors and my lighter for obvious reasons. And right about that, I have a little disposable photo that was taken 3 years ago now. This is when we did the blind deaf mute cooking challenge or baking challenge with all my friends. And then right over here, I have this little poster that was for wow. Ah, yes, I remember. This was 2 years ago, I believe. We did a little Christmas party, and we just made a whole bunch of games. And one of the games was Pin the Gat on the Rizzler, a fever dream. Before I show you the very last thing, which would be my hat of walls, my wall of hats. It's this little thing I got from IKEA. I don't know what exactly it's called. Catch-all hanger thingy that you can have for your keys and whatnot. I have my carabiners that carry like my climbing gym memberships and like other various knickknacks that just add a bit of flavor to my fits. I also have my wallet chain that doesn't have a wallet on it because I don't have a wallet that can attach to it. My other carabiner. I was gifted some pretty cool stuff. Like I got this camera that I got on tour. I also got this Polaroid camera that shoots out a fake Polaroid, and it's pretty sick. I love it a lot. And I also have this Minion goggles that I was gifted on tour as well. Banana. I have this water bottle holder that my friend made for me a few years ago. And I don't use it too much, but it does add some cool aesthetic, which, yeah. And last but not least, I have my little wall of hats. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now, at least put the hats right there above my closet because I don't know what to put here to add visual interest. I wanted to just fill the space a little bit more, so that's what I did and put hats on the wall. I do think there's a bit of an issue over here. As these are uneven, these are too far apart, whereas these are a little closer. So it just doesn't feel right. I feel like the amount of hats on the wall isn't enough to really like it just doesn't feel right. So I think I want to put more hats on the wall in the future. As of right now, that's just my choices of hats. The hats on the wall are meant to be hats that I don't really wear too often, as opposed to the hats on my door. That just helps just make things easier. More hats, belts, just make things quick and easy. Oh, the very last thing actually is my hangboard. I go climbing a lot and I like to hangboard, build finger strength and whatnot. So, alright, I think this is how I'm gonna end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot that you stayed around for such a boring video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more content and whatnot from me, please subscribe. Because my value as a human being is determined by the number of followers I have on my social medias. If you also just want to see in general other pieces of content like vlogs, day in the life vlogs, weekend in the life, and just overall, if you want to see the progression of my room from how I take it from what it's like now to whatever it is in the future, yeah, just subscribe. And please follow me on Instagram. I'm really active on there. Also TikTok, I guess, if you want to see stupid stuff on TikTok. But thanks for coming. It really does mean a lot. Whoa, how is he doing that? How is he floating? Thank you guys. Peace.